Our dad, they bought a boat to play with, and there's the only thing that don't work is that one piece of grass. Where you don't have to be specific. You get an adapter that works. Since we're being so outdated. Brother and father-in-law. All right, I'll call to order the Millersville Board Commission regular meeting, May 18th, 2021, at 5:33 p.m. Everyone stand for the invocation. Let us pray. Heavenly Father God, good to be back, Heavenly Father. And Lord, we don't want to know, Heavenly Father, when we're not sick, we're not just stuck on the rack. I thank you for blessing us. And even this God, who would be back this evening, God, let's get here. And Lord, that we can just do what thou wilt would be in this city and all the residents of business. God, help us be with those, Heavenly Father, to serve those that let us force them. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Number 3, approval of minutes from the April 20th, 2001 regular commission meeting. Call for motion.
I move that we approve the minutes from the regular commission meeting of April 20th, 2021.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion or correction? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstain. Item number 4, approval of the April 2021 financial report. Call for a motion.
I move that we approve the April 2021 financial report as presented.
Second. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, abstain. Item number 5 is a public hearing on ordinance 21-755, occupational health and safety program. I'll now open the public hearing if there's anyone wishing to speak. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Item number 6, second reading of ordinance 21-755 of occupational health and safety program. Call for a motion.
Move that we approve on second reading ordinance 21-755, which is the occupational health and safety program implemented by the city of Millersville.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Probably here from the city manager.
There's no, everything is in place. Once this is passed, we'll send a copy to the state and let them know this is in place.
Thank you.
So Brandon is Brandon Brandon is, he is the occupational health and safety officer for the city, for all of us.
And going to the state seminars and they have.
Yeah, he'll attend those, and he's also gone through a OSHA visit, and he had some minor write-ups, and he's all been abated. So that's already been returning back to the state. So he's been doing this for a while, and he's agreed to do it for another term.
When he goes to his seminars, who's going to take his place? How long will he be gone?
Normally they're not that long, but Mark Lloyd is assistant fire chief. So he's full-time, employee, he's full-time assistant fire chief.
So they have two firemen there, and the grants used to come up.
Well, we have a cadre, and that team volunteers, and we have some very, very well capable volunteer firemen that are also not just volunteers, but they're also full-time firemen at Millersville and Metro, so I feel like we're in good hands.
Plus, we have other employees that's on board for this.
Like Jeff and Mark Palmer, chief of police, he's fireman.
So they all work together.
Yeah, in fact, they've been doing training this week. I think from the cities I've seen, Millersville has one of the better, robust volunteer fire departments that I've seen anywhere. You usually don't have that many people in the volunteer fire department of a city our size. You usually get maybe 6 or 7. But we got a good group. A lot of them were for a long time.
Anything else? And then I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item number 7, first reading of ordinance 21-756, rezone 202 Wilson Lane, rural residential to industrial partial 1 and state residential partial 2. Call for motion.
Move the reapproval of first reading ordinance 21-756, which is rezone 202 Wilson Lane from rural residential to industrial as to parcel 1 and estate from rural residential to estate residential as to parcel 2.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, the planning commission voted by majority recommend to subdivide and rezone this parcel from rural residential to industrial. Parcel 1, Cycle Lane side, and estate residential parcel 2, Wilson Lane side, and it was voted by majority on March 9th of this year.
Anything else? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Item number 8, first reading ordinance 21-757, the rezone 7420 Bethel Road from general commercial front to industrial front with rear of the property remaining rural residential. Call for motion.
We'll go ahead and recommend approval for this.
Second. Okay, it's gonna just kind of stay right there without a second. Move on to item number 7.
I'm gonna make some comments on this. This is, of course, the area up there that involves the machinery movers. And I spoke with them over the last 2 or 3 weeks about this, and again today. And they are in the process of parceling out that front part of that property so that it could be used for industrial. But they are also going to parcel out so that it will be out of the pilot program where that property would be subject to city property taxes. So they're in the process of doing that. They're not complete, but they have some steps to go through with their survey, with their engineering firm and surveyor, and they are working on getting that done. So when I spoke to them today, I told them to come up, and I thought it would either be passed, or it would fail, or it would be tabled. But, be prepared for any one of those that happen. They are, looking for this to move it on down the road so that when time comes, they can have all those, items completed before it goes to the second reading.
Do they have any idea how long it's going to take to get that done?
I don't know, they don't. He did tell me today that because of material costs, that they are having some issues with figuring out what the costs are going to be because they've gone up so high that they're going to hold off on building anything right now. But on the other hand, he said he had numerous people still calling him looking for space. So he's trying to gauge that.
Mr. Mayor, since I want to second, and I rescind the motion. Yeah, make a motion to table this to our next work session.
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to table to the next work session. Any discussion?
Yes, go ahead. Discussion. I point to our ordinance 90-16, which is the application for rezoning. And as we all became aware at the work session, the parties that make this application are not the record owners of the property. And our ordinance, which we passed, which applies to everybody, essentially states the name. It says document consent of proposed rezoning must be given by all owners of the property. Long story short, the application is void, the original application is void. And the planning commission's actions, even though they were mistaken, those planning commission actions were void when they approved before two budget. But our ordinance applies to all rezoning. This is the one that we passed recently. And so the point I'm making is that if they're willing to bring this rezoning request back up, they need to start back at the beginning.
Okay, so what you're saying, since Robertson County is the legal owner of the property, right, they're gonna have to get it back into their name and start this
Yeah,
process.
wait a minute. Application for rezoning, a proposed change of zoning district boundaries shall be initiated by the filing of an application with the planning commission. Such application shall contain the name and address of the owner. Number two is documented consent of proposed rezoning by all owners of record, or documented direct notification of those rezoning to all owners of record. So technically, as a matter of fact, the record holder, the record owner of this property is Robertson County Industrial Development. And they did not make the application. Therefore, the application is void. And therefore, the action of the planning commission, even though mistaken, their actions are void also. And this board of commissioners don't have the authority to approve on first reading as it is presented currently.
They went through the claim deed that produced all their rights. Right. So when they went through the claim deed to how they did it.
Now, when they did that, that's actually a way, from my readings of the law and what the county technical advisory board puts out, there's two ways to take advantage of industrial development funds. One of them is to actually have industrial development funds issued by the county. The other is to essentially get possession of the property to the industrial development. is some case law that says that a county can purchase property, and it can be within the city, but even according to the law that I've read and what the county technical advisory board states is that the county cannot essentially step into the city limits of the city and take over and issue industrial development bonds unless the city acquiesces to that, agrees to that. And I think according to the city manager, there's no proof of any type of acquiescence or agreement of the city to allow the county to step within our city limits and take over that property by the industrial development. There has not been none shown to the city manager, to me, and I was going to say to our city attorney, either.
So therefore, the last 2 years, 3 years, they
Last-
have been paying any city taxes.
The last 2 years, there has been no city property, real property taxes paid to the city. And in calculating our tax rate for the property worth, that comes down to about $11,500 a year. That has not gone to the city, for a total of about $23,000. Now, the county, Robertson County, has continued to collect what the city manager has talked about, the pilot program, which is payment in lieu of taxes. And actually, the people, the land enterprises, or land enterprises, actually paid payments in lieu of taxes in Robertson County, whereas the city of Millersville gets absolutely no monies from that property, no real. We are receiving, according to Holly, the city manager, we are receiving taxes for personal property, but that's an obligation of everybody. But the real property taxes have not been paid to the city of Millersville on that property for 2019 nor 2020.
To follow up with that, Commissioner, as I've had several conversations with Marco at the executive board, and we have agreed to have a meeting on June 10th, and I would like for many commissioners to be there as many as possible. I'll let people know what time. I think it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now. We're looking at, but we're going to have that meeting to go through the pilot program and make sure we're all on the same page going forward on any of these developments or anything that involves the development board and the city.
When's that, June 10th?
That's going to be June 10th at 3 o'clock right now. If that changes, I'll let you guys know by text, but if that changes, I'll let you know.
And when's that gonna be open?
It looks like it'll be here, depending on how we're doing in the city hall. If we can get all the items out of that one conference room, make it there. So, but I just felt like it would be good to have all of you come together and discuss that with some of their board and Marco, make sure we're on the same page on that.
But long story short, even under our old ordinances and now under our current ordinances, the owner of record has to make the application. The owner of record for this property is the Robertson County Industrial Development. They did not make the application for rezoning.
So it wasn't them that made the application, it was the other.
It was landlord's enterprise.
Gotcha.
And as such, we do not have the authority to approve or rezone it if the owner has brought it before us. If the owner has brought it before us. Now, if they get things worked out to where they change it out of there, now that the motion has been taken, you know, that's what the order. Oh, that's the motion. Okay. They can bring it back up, but they have to make a new application.
And just maybe stating the obvious, but to restate what is taking place here. I mean, they went in there with the idea that was general commercial when they built machinery movers. It's still general commercial, even if it's never is rezoned, it's still general commercial.
Right.
That meeting, there's only a bunch of commissioners there.
I'll have to advertise. It's more than 2 hours.
Ready to vote? All those in favor of tabling?
Aye.
No. Motion to be tabled to the next work session. Item number 7, approve janitor position job description. Call for motion.
Move that we approve the janitorial position job description as presented by the city manager.
Second.
Uh,
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
just want to say that after all the discussion we had about bids, that we didn't come to a conclusion on the bid, that we had discussion about having a full-time person to both clean all the facilities, new building, this building, taking care of the grounds and that kind of thing. So, I'm gonna go ahead and move forward to hiring a janitor person for this full-time. And then we can get away from contract bids and all that. So I just feel like it smooth out that requirement and actually, I've got them signed. Clerk, say it again.
Will they be hired?
No, right now, it's signed.
Who will they be paid?
Generally, because they'll be getting all the offices. I mean, we could spread it out, but I don't think
I believe this is full-time, right?
yes, it's full time.
Ballpark, do you have how much to start paying?
It's in the $15 range.
Any more questions? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed? Item number 8, planning commission acceptance of height and location of message board.
Here again, remember we had this discussion about the height and the placement, and we wanted to bring this to the planning commission for their blessings. And we had a COVID meeting that was canceled, so I did go ahead and take it back to the planning commission the next one.
Approval, Ms. Board.
I did. Yes.
All right, I'll make a motion.
Move that we approve and accept the height and location of the message board as presented by the city manager and approved by the planning commission.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Just for those that's sitting out there, what is the price on this one? We got one yet. I guess for it, I'm gonna overlook it.
It's 40,900.
I'm gonna,
40,900.
for your information, even the short sign, it was the 5-footer was exactly the same price. And, for your information, the reason we actually went for the larger sign, if you're ever down to Millersville, down Dixon Road, and see their sign, the 5-footer. And as far as for me to see it, I'll have to stop and move from the reading. But this sign here, we may mention in our work session, if you're going north, if you turn past Slater's Creek, you're gonna be able to see the sign. And coming south, when you top the ridge, there with that big restaurant, be able to see the sign, you'd be able to read it and not have to stop. That was for one reason I like the 16-footer. It's something we can see. And according to the city manager, there will be not only what all we plan on putting on that sign, as far as the events of the city.
Every event that we have in the city, we can, if you'll be scrolling, to have, commission meetings, planning meetings, other activities, just a total communication board of all the things that are going on in the city. And it's also digital, so you can light it up with video, with, optimize all your digital messages on that board.
And it will have a planter around the base, so that it's gonna look nice. It'll look really nice.
Any opposed? All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed? Number 9, racetrack decibel monitoring devices. Assuming you'll need a motion for that.
Not necessarily, I mean, it doesn't reach the threshold of like, cost, but I had talked to several companies companies that have bids from two different companies. The other one, I don't have business that I'm aware of. But, they will provide us with some monitoring devices to be placed around the racetrack. Obscure locations, but, within, the 100 yards or 200 yards or however many yards we determine. We would put these out after so many weeks, they'll be set back in. There's no way to tamper with them, there's no way to break them open, there's no way to dilute the sound or anything. They're totally closed. We send them back to the acoustic testing and they'll come back with an analysis of what the sound is. So after all the discussion, I just want to make sure everybody knows that we're in the process of doing that.
What's gonna be the cost?
Right now, if we do that, the monitoring devices plus the log audio recording, it'll be in the $4,000 range.
And this is for how long?
I'm gonna run it for 3 weeks. For 3
And
different
that's
days.
4 measurement devices.
Yeah, one in each direction.
Who's gonna decide where they're going?
I'm working with the monitoring company to tell me which places to put. But basically, if you imagine the open track, there'd be one at the end of the track, 100 yards from that, at both ends, and 100 yards from the very middle part of the track. Our ordinance talks about 100 decibels for 100 yards. So that's what they suggested, was just put them out in those 4 directions. I can get more for longer distances, but the cost just goes up. And I think we can, as step 1, I think we can look at this in the beginning and see what we bring this down in a 100-yard radius.
So you're looking at 100 yards,
Yes, that's what our ordinance states.
4 100 yards.
Yes.
4 devices.
4 devices, yes.
So that will be how many feet apart, you think?
But it depends on, I don't know how long the track is, but we'll put one 100 yards away from the end of the track, and 100 yards at the other end of the track, and 100 yards at both middles of the track, away from the track.
So what is the long audio recording, and what's the difference between you having a test and why does it have to be long or something? I don't know.
Well, that's just a proposal. That's some of the options that they provide, and he said if you wanted to do that, that can add some additional technical.
That's a lot.
Well,
It seems like a lot.
it is a lot. I thought the whole kit was a lot, but
I mean, then for 100,
from what I've seen before, I've gotten testing done for a whole lot cheaper, but this is, right now, this is what
there is no other option.
I have, the option I have is not a very good one. They would come out and do it, the other companies that I've talked to, they're trying business.
There is a, I don't remember the company's name, but because the wedding venue, that business that we're in, we have an attorney, a closing attorney that we work with. His wife has a wedding venue and had to do some of this testing. I can see if I can name another company, because that's just seems
I
expensive.
have not made, I haven't made an agreement with them, I just got the score, so I'm open for any options.
Sorry, 100 yards. That's just the first step. Just a lot of money. So I'll see if I can.
Okay, that'd be great.
Whatever, we just need to make sure it's tested.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna wait on this, is we gonna do?
Yeah,
It's
I'll
under
call
his,
him as
it's
soon as I
under
get
his
this
spending
meeting.
limit.
yeah,
Well, it doesn't require approval.
Yeah, I'll call him as soon as I get here. I'll make sure I get that name right away.
I think we're all in agreement, it's got to be tested.
Yeah.
The sound of that track, for the residents south of the track,
Those residents,
yeah, that's residents all. Now, the residents to the north or west, go over into Great County, into the county. They go out of the city. But they're actually closer, they're closer than Ted.
And the ones to the south are in Ridgeville.
Yeah.
Was there other, like, the next step, what is the next step being?
Well, I think the question was, what is the decibels? Nobody has, given a, unbiased testing of what the sound is. So everybody can say, well, I tested it on my device or somebody else's device, so we've never had an unbiased test that I'm aware of. Once we get that unbiased test, we can say, the decibels are this. Our ordinance says 100 decibels at 100 feet. So once we find out what the decibels are, then we will know if the track is outside of ordinance parameters or not. And we have to determine what we're going to do about that. And then we determine if there's something, we do something different about the ordinance.
So it's $1,000 a week,
The total.
so a 3-week measurement.
Yeah.
Is it, are there, is that just to cover, I don't
I just
know.
want to, I'm trying to cover 3 races, 3 weekends. So that we'll have, because there's different races, different cars, different motors,
I'm
different.
not familiar with
Yeah.
races.
That's kind of what I was thinking, is go over a period of that time where there are a lot of different variables.
It also covers the practice days during the week. Any day that there's a car running, it'll pick up the sound. And it'll go back for analysis. And it'll tell us whether there was any time that the track was outside.
I'm scared.
Earlier you said 100 yards, just now you said 100 feet. I mean, basically,
100 yards,
100
okay.
100 yards.
Okay. I was saying,
No,
100
no.
feet.
I'm sorry, did I say 100 yards? It's 100 feet. I'm sorry.
So you have
I'm thinking in golf terms. It's
It's 100
it's
feet.
100
so
feet.
you have 100 feet
100
all the
feet.
way around.
Yes,
Like you say, the decimal one that had 100, it's,
100. That's what the ordinance says.
100.
100, yes.
All right, item number 10 is citizens' comments. If anyone wishing to speak, will need to come right up front. Say what you have to say. Anybody?
About 80-something? Yeah. I was told to be here. I'm very new. I live in 1020 Winery Road. Over the last 3 or 4 weeks, my neighbor Sandy has called the police on me for shooting on my property. It's not me, but even if it was me, I'm in full compliance of what the city ordinance is, which is 1,000 feet away from any resident. We hear about our property a couple of weekends out of the year with a muzzle up after that, I go to Arkansas, or like our cousins. It's not me, but in me, if it is me, she's got a problem. She needs to fix it.
Where is 1020 at? Is that at the end of the street or nearby?
I'm the last driver right on 44 acres. This is my brother-in-law here. They own the farm that butts up to me. You go and get that by Raider Road. They own 100 plus acres there. That borders us. We meet. My neighbor Philip Mullins is not able to be here. They own 83 acres that butts up to us. And then there's 600 some acres of, I call it Atlas Tower, but it's now borders, whatever, fork up there, that butts up to all of us. And every time the police officer comes up to me, it's a very pleasant conversation. He gets right to the business, and says, Sandy's told you again that, reported you again that you're shooting, and I'm like, I wasn't even here for a week. Me and my son went to Lake Chickamauga and fished for a week. We weren't even here. It's coming off a proper deal, it's coming off a flat ridge, it's coming from all over. But every time you hear the gun cock, it's me. And it's ridiculous. And like I said, we had police officers show up this morning, they said, I was not present. Philip, my neighbor, met the police officers, took my side to side of the shooting, he said, would you please show where y'all shoot? And we're literally maybe shooting 2 or 3 days a year. And they mapped it on the GPS, and he says, you're 3,000 feet away from the nearest residence, shooting into a berm that's 40 foot long. I don't know what else to say. I've been totally nice to her. She's hated my guts for 30 years. I don't have a clue why. I tried to wave at her as I drive by. She won't even acknowledge me. I don't even know what I've done to this lady, but it's always me. I don't know. That's why I'm here.
We're looking into it, I can promise you that.
Okay.
So,
And she says, she told the police officer it scares her cats. Well, why are her cats outside with none on the leash? And they run away. Doesn't mean you got a cat problem. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. She's threatening to sue the city. I don't know if she's not threatening any legal action on me. I would love to see that at all. Ruin this thing.
I don't know, if she wants to sue the city, she can sue the city.
I don't get to it. We all get along in our neighborhood, everybody likes each other. If she's this busybody, I don't know why, what I've ever done to this woman, they even remotely make her mad.
Okay. We will get to the bottom.
So will you inform me of the next meeting that this is gonna come up? Because I'm a member of 3 different gun clubs. I shoot all I want at the National Gun Club, the Davidson County Gun Club, I'm a member of Cedar City Gun Club. I got lots of places to shoot. I don't need to shoot on my property. Yes, do I bear hunting? Absolutely. You know, like I said, I don't bear hunting weed hunting.
All I can say is, it's not been put on the agenda, per se, but I can control if a citizen shows up and wants to talk about it if they do. So, I mean, that could be any meeting.
Sure.
But I do know that our police department has looked into it. They shared with me what they found out, they shared with the city manager. So we're in a pretty good place right now, pretty well know what's going on.
Right.
So,
And like I said, it's been nothing but a pleasant conversation. They're very apologetic. They said, she called you and him. I'm like, they showed up Friday, me and my wife said, they're calling our direction. They said, you didn't see that? I said, no, that's not the last time around.
all we can do is send the police, when somebody calls, we have to send the police.
I get
And
it.
they come out.
I get it. They've been nothing but courteous to me and very nice. We talk about it for 10 minutes and we talk about our hobbies for the next 45. You know, it's a pleasant conversation. I have no qualms with the city of Millersville. You know,
We're glad.
all right, I'll send it out to you. You can come up and say something about it.
Anyone else?
She can go ahead. I'll wait. Well, I was gonna say in reference to this here, we live on 147 acres also. Me and my son hunt and fish, and we used to have a neighbor that had an opinion about guns also. And the Attorney General made a ruling in August 2013 that the state law and TWRA oversees, no city or municipality is supposed to interfere with it. And as long as somebody's practicing safe, it's legitimate to be shooting. Because everything in Middle Tennessee is in the city somewhere.
Our law is the same as the state.
Yeah, that's what it says. No city is supposed to conflict with the state law. Because at one time, we had a neighbor also thought we live in Chicago and we shouldn't be shooting guns. So I understand what he's going through.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Sandy McQueen, I live at 1014. My property borders, Millers on the side, one side, and the back. As far as the guns and the fireworks and all that goes, it's stressful. It's stressful to me, it's stressful to my neighbors. I had, one neighbor told me, just the other day, that when the fireworks, when the shooting starts, that her child cries. People are, enjoying the nice weather. They go outside, they're putting supper on the deck, the fireworks start, and everybody runs inside. Does it scare my cat? Yeah, it scares my cat. Makes me a nervous wreck. What I'm saying is, I don't care if they want fire guns. I know that more than one neighbor goes to the gun range and fires guns. And, community that's being respectful to the neighbors. As far as him being in compliance, I understand that he is. I heard it was 1,300 feet, not 3,000, but I don't care. I don't care how far, I don't care who's in compliance. I think that that ordinance needs to be thrown out. I don't think we need to have people banging up, shooting guns, fireworks, in Millersville for the city limits. I think that that's just disturbing to the people, and there's just no reason for it.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
I'm John
I just need a
Sharp.
name and address.
Yes, sir, I'm John Sharp. Hello, everybody. I live at 1282 Raiders Road. I am Mr. Eric's brother-in-law, and we have livestock on our property, and it is necessity at times to protect the livestock from, say, predators of coyotes and of a reasonable nature that I'm sure you guys all are aware of. And at those times, it is necessary that we do fire. And so it's not any disrespect to the nearby neighbors at all. It's just to protect our investment of our livestock as well as enjoying our right as a gun owner or a private landowner to do so.
I'd like to say one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, you told me to call the police when I heard gunfire, and that's what I did. That's what you said you wanted it on record, so that's why I did it. As far as me being animosity toward him, you know, it's, I don't, you know, we don't talk, don't put it that way. But he leaves me alone for the most part. I leave him alone. And he's not the only one that's shooting. There's other people that do shoot. And there's somebody that shoots fireworks too. And those fireworks are really, really loud.
Well, here's the problem. When somebody shoots a gun or shoots fireworks, you're gonna hear it, you're gonna call the law. Time the police get there, they're gonna be back in the house. So if the police don't see it or hear it, they can't do anything about it. So the next time, my advice to you is the next time that the police come out, if you want these people prosecuted, have the police write a citation. You sign it, you show up to the court, and you prosecute. Short of that, there's nothing that the police department's gonna be able to do because they are legally shooting where they're shooting at.
How old is this ordinance?
It doesn't matter how old the ordinance is. It is the current ordinance.
I would like
And
to,
just the state. We cannot do anything that's more restrictive than what the state has.
I'd like to add also that when my father purchased the farm that currently my sister and my brother-in-law reside on, only the front couple of 100 yards was annexed to the city. A year later, I bought the 44 acres adjacent to it. I was not even close to being in the city. I bought that land for a very specific purpose. To hunt on, I hunted, my kids both hunt. You know, we bought it for a very specific purpose. And then you annexed me in, and all of a sudden, that's not cool. So, I have a
Oh, it's
little bit
cool,
of
as long
problem
as you
with
do
that.
it legally, there's nothing.
I've talked to the police chief, they said you have the right to hunt anywhere you want to on your property. Period. And there ain't no 1,000-foot rule when it comes to hunting. So, that's where
I
I
would defer to the policeman in the back.
and I'd be more than happy to get Darren Ryder here with the TWRA. He's the head of law enforcement. He's a personal friend of mine. And he will be more than happy to come here and present the TWRA's case. They have won every case that a city has tried to infringe upon a person's right to hunt. And the state law supersedes anything that the city has.
We're not looking to interfere with anyone.
I understand.
We're just
Y'all look at
addressing,
that
we're
nice.
addressing compliance is what we're doing. And I'm trying to give Ms. McQueen the best advice I can give her. If she wants to prosecute, she's gonna have to sign the citation. She's gonna have to come to court and present her case to the judge. The police can't do it if they don't see it happen.
That's fine.
guess this is more for her. I would have to ask, since you openly admitted that there's multiple people that you hear these fireworks or gunfire from, why would you pinpoint just on this individual?
I haven't done that.
When the police arrive,
I think the police just come to his house. I like it. Okay. Anyone else?
I'm a little bit curious, why would you have the police put a warrant? Why would you have a warrant done? I mean, it just costs somebody a burden of
I
time
can't
and
hear
money.
what you're saying.
Pardon?
I can't hear you.
I said, why, you asked her to go ahead and have the police arrest or charge them, why would you do that? I mean, it'd be a burden of court expense whenever they're, I mean, it's kind of almost a false deal, isn't it?
Well, I mean, as a citizen, if she wants to sign that citation, she has the right to sign that citation. The police can't cite him for shooting a gun if they didn't see him shoot. So if she's seen it, she can ask the officer to write the citation, and she can sign it. And if she don't show up to court, then nothing.
That's why I'm saying, why have the burden of court? I mean, it'd be like me signing a warrant for somebody walking down the sidewalks, like what's legal to walk down the sidewalks, so why would you sign a warrant and have somebody the burden of going to court?
The police ain't gonna just write a citation for something that's not illegal. Shooting a gun can be illegal. It would be up to her to prove that they shot the gun within 1,000 feet of the house. So, I mean, if she wants to cite them in the court, she has that legal right. All I'm saying is that the police don't see something happen, there's nothing they can really do.
We can't charge someone with a misdemeanor that didn't occur in our presence.
Yeah, I
So
just
that's
wonder
what the
why,
rule is down to.
if somebody's compliant with law, you know, it just becomes an unnecessary burden
Well,
on y'all.
I understand your stance on that.
Citizens.
However, if misdemeanor doesn't occur in officer's presence, we can't. It would be like you saying, hey, I saw this car speeding on the road, but I didn't see it speeding. So I can't write it a ticket for that. Does that make sense? But any citizen has that right to go, pick out a warrant on behalf and self-prosecute whatever crime they feel, is necessary as long as it's a misdemeanor.
I just, like I say, it just seemed like an unnecessary burden on everybody, because at one time I had a neighbor that liked to call the police for everything, and most of the time it was nothing when it was all sliced
The
up.
other thing that has to take this, the officer to fill out a citation for a citizen to sign. The officer has to be able to establish probable cause and then fill the citation out. If that doesn't exist, whether the citizen wants to prosecute or not, probable cause doesn't exist, the officer cannot fill out the citation. If the person shooting in this situation, there are 1,000 people in any dwelling, and somebody wants to prosecute on that, well, the officer can't fill that out because there's 1,000 people dwelling there. Now, they're standing out in the front yard, yeah. Short of 1,000 people, it can be proven, yeah, she could prosecute. But the officer has to establish a probable cause before he can fill out a citation and have a citizen sign. Short of that, that citizen can go up to Sumner County, if you're in Sumner County, petition the commissioner up there to take out a warrant. But again, it's going to require a police report, it's going to require a probable cause of this before a warrant for citation is issued. The officer still has to establish that crime is actually being committed. So the person just can't say, yeah, I want that person arrested for jail. Well, they were in the cross. Well, the cross is not big enough, I do it. Yeah.
As I said,
All right, we're done talking about this, so. if
I
y'all
can
wanna talk about
sympathize with
something
them,
else,
because I've had similar
Yes, ma'am.
situation.
My name's Kathy Steve, and I've been concerned about the lines sometimes. And I don't know if you all received the same email that we all did concerning the permitting of that place over there. And it was an application for a 4.28 acre limestone processing facility. So, my question is, and it was approved and signed here, are they gonna be crushing that stuff again? Have you all heard anything?
What is the date on that?
May the 1st, this year? Yeah,
Who's
May
it
1,
from?
2020,
Can we see that?
absolutely. Now, my grandfather, what is it? assumed you all got, that as well.
Now it goes to the state. We'll have any type of. So probably gonna have to look into it.
I would appreciate it, even though the way I understand that letter, that the permit has been granted. And the comments, according to the way I understand that, had nothing to do with that particular permit that they have. But my concern is the limestone part of it, the limestone processing facility.
So there's not just with the neighbors.
I'm wondering if it's just to inform us ladies that we were when all the dust was fine, because we all submitted emails to the fellow there, the lady in your city, she recommended we do that, and so that may be why we got that, I don't know. I mean, you're welcome to keep that, if you want to, I can make another copy.
All right. Well, we'll definitely check into it.
I would definitely appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Hey, everybody. I am Tess Peters from the Millersville Public Library. Just on a lighter note, I wanted to come to promote our foam party. Thanks to the fire department. We're going to get to do a foam party. It's going to kick off our summer reading program. It's on June 5th, and they're going to bring the fire hose out and make giant sets, like 10-foot tall sets for kids to run through, and adults if you want to. And we got a bunch of other stuff going on. If you want a calendar, just come see me on which one.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I just want to say one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I'm not going to call the police anymore. It serves no useful purpose. We don't do anything. Neighbors that are concerned about it, like I am, they're not here because they know you're not going to do anything. But anyway.
Ma'am, I really take exception when you say the police don't do anything. I think they come out there every time you call, which could be pulling them away from something that's, I don't know, so let's say life-threatening. So the police do come when you call. It's just you call a lot. So don't say that our police department does not do.
No, I'm not talking about the, I'm talking about the ordinance.
The ordinance is what the ordinance is. It reads the way it reads.
What I want to say is, I'm not calling the police anymore, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray about it. So, yes.
I wish you would.
I will.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Deborah Chandler, 225 Greenview Road. I wasn't going to make a comment on this, but I will about the sound testing that you had followed up with. And I'm fine with any company that comes that is an accredited company, not somebody that does it on the side.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's
I
what
just
we're
want
at.
to give one more option, just because, I mean, this taxpayer.
Well, I did see it, I read it, and it is, yes, I agree.
I just feel like cost taxpayers money, we need to have another option.
Well, I believe that's why it has been put off for the last 6 years.
And I mean, really, I can call Todd immediately after the meeting, I can get a name and number, if not first thing in the morning, after his office hours in the morning, for closing. And I'm friends with his wife, she had the sound test done herself, and actually submitted to Southern County, so.
I just think the
It's
proposal for this that was in the packet for tonight, it did sound very good. Thank you.
And I'm not against it, I just want to see one more option.
Yeah.
So,
We'd like to have another option. Anyone else? All right, we'll move to commissioners' comments. Anybody?
No, I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah, I'd like to say something. I'm down for the employees of this city. I think they should be treated with dignity and respect. But what Mr. Newmeyer said a while ago kind of bothers me. He said the policemen, after they have their 5 minutes to shout John, they stay there for 45 minutes and discuss topics. I don't think that should be.
I think you're trying to highlight the situation.
I don't want to talk.
I don't think that is an isolated case, and probably a month and a half ago, down the local meeting, and I'm never said anything about this, but a police officer was down there in somebody's front yard for about an hour and a half, shooting the breeze. But him, I try to treat employees, I give you respect, and I always will. But if this happens on a continual basis, there's a problem there, and it shouldn't be taking place.
In my opinion, you're trying to.
Sir.
Defuse.
Sir. There ain't no more talking.
Well, I thought he was.
You're done. Ain't no more talking.
Can I respond?
No, you can't. You got anything? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I'll put my foot in my mouth if I don't, so we're gonna let the city managers go.
I have a couple of things. I passed out to you all a schedule, a budget schedule that is critical that we run through the schedule. I'm gonna let you all know that I've set up. So if there's any conflict with the schedule, meeting these dates, let me know. We can change it now. But starting on June 7th, we'll have a budget work session beginning at 8 o'clock here at the community center. We'll go to lunch at 11, and then we'll pick back up at 1 o'clock for the special call meeting, and we'll get published at a special call meeting for budget reading, the budget first reading. That's on the, I got you. Then the second key date is June 10th. The budget will be placed, the ad will be placed in the paper to begin a 10-day run. And then on June 15th is our regular commission meeting. And we may have some other discussions about the budget, but it won't be, the second reading will not be ready until June 22nd, which will be a special call meeting. And that day will be for the second reading to pass the budget for the new year. So the critical date is June 7th and at 8 o'clock. So you all check your calendar, let me know in the next day or so if there's any conflict. You can let me know about that, and then I'll make the changes, appropriate changes. Very quickly, let me run down my list real quick. We have, as you all know, we moved into the city hall, and we're conducting operations in the new city hall. The trailers have been moved, and we are still compiling a punch list of some of the items. Most of the items have been taken care of, that the construction company has been made aware of, but we'll continue to make a list. As you know, there's just certain things that happen when you find in a building when you move into it. So we're getting that list together, and we're talking to them quite a bit. Just want to point out one thing, and we don't have our signage done yet for the one-way traffic, but we're having a one-way traffic into the city hall and one-way traffic out, and we've got signage ordered for that. I guess the biggest problem right now is the confusion with the employees on how the traffic is set up, because they're so ingrained in doing it the other way. But we're going to get to that. We're working on it. So if anybody sees employees going in and out the in way and out in the in way, just bear with us. We're working on it, and we're trying to change some bad habits. So we do have one-way traffic, and we'll have signage to show that. Once we found out we were moving, we started moving really fast, and once we got moved, we realized we didn't have signage set up for that. But we've got some homemade signs up there, so please bear with us. We're getting that done. One update on the commission chambers. They're telling me the door and window will be finished up tomorrow. The window's supposed to arrive tomorrow. I did get conflicting notices on that, but it looks like it's going to be tomorrow. So once we get that done and get the other work done in that chamber, we can start moving to have the next meeting. I'm hoping by the time we have our June regular session meeting, what is that? It's on 15th. We'll be in the new chamber. So we've got the AV coming in this week. The other flooring part is going to be finished. So we're moving in a good direction. A lot of positive things are happening with getting into the building. Also, I'm working on trying to get some bids done before the end of the budget year, because we do have some projects we'd like to get finished in this budget. One of them, as we talked about at the work session, is the Slavers Creek stabilization project. I will be putting that in paper this week. Hopefully get the bids back by June the 10th and get that awarded and get that work started. So we can get that's a piece of project that's been needed. And if we have too many more flash floods, that road bed is going to start washing away. It's getting real close, and you see it every day when you drive out there. We had some discussion about the speed limit and some speeders in the Willow Creek community. We had put out a traffic light cart and took some readings. We haven't pulled that data down yet, but we're working on that. We'll probably have that light cart out there a couple more times, but we had stepped up patrol, so there's some citations out there. So hopefully the word's getting around that people need to slow down. And I'm also getting some quotes in about the traffic pumps and the traffic bumps. And there again, those can be pretty expensive if we don't watch our P's and Q's on that. I'm asking Rogers Group to give a quote on doing a traffic table where you do a tabletop where once you drive up on it, your car is on it before it goes off of it. Because some vehicles, and even emergency vehicles going over those traffic humps, it can be very dangerous and very damaging to your vehicle. So I just want to be mindful of that. But we've asked the community over there to come talk to us about a neighborhood watch, and we're still waiting for them to come back and talk about that. Talked to the police department about a grant for to pay for a police officer to do community policing and to set up neighborhood watch and things like that. So we're looking into that grant. And we're also looking at some other signage and some solar powered signage in the neighborhoods that might help do some of this good. We have a new restaurant in town, Mexican restaurant, Ricardo's. I don't know if you all are familiar with it. It used to be the old Lucky's, but it's a very good restaurant, and they came for a beer permit tonight. We have approved. But that is a very good restaurant. It's in town. I think I'm encouraging all the citizens to try it, give them a try, spend some money over there. People are in this town to do business, so we need to give them some business and trade with the people that are in town with us. So that's all I have, Mike. Any questions about anything? I'm usually at the office 5 days a week, 10 or 12 hours. If you need to see me, you can find me in City Hall, or somebody can find me in the city. I'm available for any discussion about anything, anytime, anywhere. That's my spiel. That's all I got.
Motion to adjourn.
Move that we adjourn.
All those in favor?
How you doing?
Get it?